How can you fill up your church's fall festival or trunk or treat and not just get people there, but get them to come back again for church on Sunday? Hi, my name is Brady Sticker. I'm the founder of ChurchCandy, and today I'm going to be breaking down the ultimate church fall festival marketing plan. And if you could please do me a huge favor, like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm trying to reach as many churches as possible. We're on a mission to connect a million people to a local church, and this really helps us get in front of more churches and pastors. And make sure you stay until the end. I'm going to be going over what to do, what not to do, and give you a full PDF guide on how you can fill your church up for the fall festival and then get those people to come to church again this next Sunday. Now, here's what you need to realize. I don't know if you've looked at a calendar yet this year, but October 31st falls on a Friday. With October 31st being on a Friday, it's a great opportunity to get a ton of families there because it's on a Friday night. Friday nights, people are already planning on being out and about. Fall festivals and trunk or treats are a great opportunity for churches to host families and provide a fun and safe alternative compared to trick-or-treating. And it can be a great way to get introduced to people that don't already know your church and hopefully get them to come start visiting on Sundays. And keep in mind, as we're going through this, everything that we're talking about here, from the Facebook ads to the text blast campaigns, if you want me and my team at ChurchCandy to set it up for you, we definitely can. You can go to churchcandy.com and schedule a call with the team, and we can chat and see if it would be a good fit for us to work together. But regardless, let's go ahead and jump into the step-by-step marketing plan I've already made for your church's fall festival. So our team has put together this amazing document for you and your team. It is a full SOP, standard operating procedure, on what you need to do to fill up your church for the fall festival and then get those people to come back the next Sunday. It's just 2 sleeps after Halloween this year. Now, the first thing that you need to do, the foundation for this strategy, is the Facebook and Instagram ads. Now, what you want to do is record a short vertical video in the style of an Instagram reel with multiple variations. Now, you want to basically record one video, but the multiple variations are the intros or the hooks. And I've got examples for you I'm going to give you here in a second. But you also want to give people a reason to RSVP. For example, like we're in Houston, so church in Houston can give away Texans tickets, like NFL tickets to an NFL game, or a Yeti cooler, or just some kind of giveaway that people would be interested in, and give them a reason to RSVP and say, hey, if you RSVP, you get an extra entry into the giveaway. Or I've seen other churches do just individual gifts for kids, and you basically say, hey, if you RSVP, we'll make sure it's guaranteed your kid's gonna get one of the gifts. Different things that you can do there to give people a reason to take a next step in the video. Because if you just say, hey, we're having this event, we'd love to see you there, they're gonna see the video and think, oh yeah, that's cool. But if you can get them to RSVP, you get their contact info and you can follow up with them, and you have a higher show rate, higher impact. I recommend using instant form ads, not just traffic ads. Don't just send people to your church's website or even a landing page. We have found that the best results come from an instant form, just Facebook and Instagram meta lead ad. And then just from a video editing perspective, especially if you're cutting in and out of like intros, you can throw in B-roll or images from last year's fall festival, and it'll make the video ad come across smoother, and it shows people kind of what to expect. Side note, if you don't have any good photos or videos from last year's event, maybe invest in some professional photography for this year's event with next year's event in mind. You can go to a website, they're not sponsored, but photography, Snapper. It's like Airbnb for photographers. You can hire a photographer pretty easily off there. You can tell them to record it vertically, not horizontally, so you can use it for Instagram Reels next year and take some good images for you. So let's go and break down what the video ad script for that could look like. So you can go to the video ad script here on the side, and you want to record multiple intros. For example, I have a family intro, a community intro, and a fun intro, right? And so these intros we'll often call hooks because it's what hooks people to get them to stop watching or stop scrolling and start watching the video ad. So, hey, city name area, looking for a safe and fun place to take your kids this Halloween. That's family focused. Community focused is, hey, Conroe, we've got something way better than trick-or-treating this year. Fun would be, hey, city name area, want a safe and exciting place to bring the whole family on Halloween night. So those are 3 different intros, different variations to get people to stop scrolling that you're able to split test. The body just simply says, I'm going to invite you and your family to our fall festival or trunk or treat, whatever you call it, at church name and city name on October 31st at time. Obviously, plug in your accurate details. That's a fun and safe alternative to trick or treating with games, candy, inflatable fun, music, and so much more. The whole family will have a blast. And this year we're doing something special. We're giving away a 4-pack of tickets to a Texans game. Again, switch that out with whatever prize you would like to give away. Every RSVP gets entered into the giveaway, and if you RSVP online today, you'll get an extra entry for your family. The call to action, give them the next step. Don't miss it. RSVP right now, clicking below, save your spot. You get an extra entry and join us at the best family event in Conroe this Halloween. Can't wait to see you at the Fall Festival. Right? Straight, simple, to the point. Notice you're giving them a reason to RSVP, right? If you just said, hey, click below to RSVP and we'll see you there. Maybe they RSVP, maybe they don't. They might be on the fence about it. But if you let them know, hey, you get an extra entry into this giveaway we're doing, then boom, you get a higher likelihood of them actually RSVPing. And then this is where the fun part comes in. Next up is SMS and email campaign. So this is one outbound just to everyone on your list, as well as to people that RSVP. So as far as the follow-up and reminder sequence, here's what that looks like. If you just want to screenshot this, I'm not going to spend too long here, but basically as soon as they RSVP, want to connect with them via text and thank them for RSVPing. And then what we have found is if you can engage in conversation with someone before they show up to church service or an event, there's a higher likelihood that, what do you know, they actually show up. So say, what made you want to check out the event? What made you want to check it out? Then about 3 days before, just send them a reminder, ask if they're still planning on coming. 24 hours before, hey, tomorrow's the Fall Festival, about to kick things off. And then the day of, see you soon, here's our address, right? Straight, simple, to the point. We've also written a text that you can send out to your list, that you can send out 10 or 12 days before your fall festival, that just says, do you have plans on Halloween yet? Join us at Church Name City on October 31st at 6 p.m. for our Fall Fest. It's a safe and fun alternative for trick-or-treating. Now, it can get complicated trying to track RSVPs and people that just respond to the text. So I would only offer the extra entry to people in the ads. So on the text, I would just say, don't miss it, games, fun, candy, given away. You can let the people know about the entry. So for this, it's like, hey, you come and you get entered to win, but you get a bonus if they RSVP from the ads. And then an email invite. What's cool about these emails is you can send the exact same email, but switch out the subject line and people don't even give it 2 thoughts. So I would send this email out 12 days before, 4 days before, and then the day before the event, switching out the subject lines here. And then you can pause it to read it if you're watching here on YouTube. If you're just listening to the episode on Spotify or Apple, I'll read it out to you. These types of emails where it's as if just like the pastor is sending it gets better results than like the MailChimp images and it looks like a marketing email. Those will typically go into the promotions folder and not get opened. But if it's written as if it's a personal email, you're gonna get a higher click-through rate, higher people are gonna actually read it, and you're gonna higher chance of it actually showing up in the inbox and not in the promotions tab. Now, here's some other cool things that I recommend doing. Some organic things like plugging it into a Facebook event, as well as you can reach out to local news outlets. You'd be surprised. It does not take much to get on local news, especially as a church, you're holding an event like this. I've already written an email that you can send to your local news station that basically just breaks down, hey, we're hosting this event. Here's pictures from last year. This is what we're gonna have. We would love for an opportunity to highlight it on your news station if that's something you're interested in. I promise you, it's not as hard as you think to get on local news like this, especially if you're in a smaller town like the town I grew up in. Now, here is some of the tactical things on not just getting people there, but how do you get them to come back? What I recommend is have on-site registration. And you can even let people know this if you are going this route in the follow-up text, like, hey, be sure to swing by the registration booth when you get here. And the follow-up. Let them know they need to register, and when they go through to register, have them sign a liability form. 1, that's going to cover yourself legally, but 2, what that does is it gives you an opportunity to collect some data. And we love data because then we can follow up with them and invite them to church on Sunday. So just put in the liability form that also by signing this liability form, you're consenting to us following up with you, asking how the event was, and inviting you to church on Sunday. I would also probably include something about you agree to be photographed, et cetera, et cetera. Now, once you do that, you're able to look and say, oh, did you RSVP beforehand? Not a problem. You still get entered. And then the people that did RSVP, they get an extra ticket into the drawing, right? But this is the fun things. I'm going to skip to number 6 is you want to have a comeback Sunday. You want to give them an extra reason to come back. Now, there's a couple of routes you can go with this. You could do a felt need sermon. So pastoral team, pray about, what is a sermon series that we could do the month of November that is meeting a felt need, that's going to reach people where we're at, that people that might not typically go to church, they would go to church to hear about this, right? So I've seen topics on like why bad things happen to good people, or, politics in the Bible, or how to handle family stress during the holidays. Like November's getting into the holiday season. So there's all of these things that would meet felt needs. So you can pray about doing a specific sermon series that gives you a reason to invite them back. Like, hey, we would love to invite you back for church on this Sunday, because we're actually kicking off a new sermon series, X, Y, and Z, right? You want to give them a reason why, not just, hey, we'd love for you to come to church. People like, oh yeah, maybe we'll see about it. But if you're able to say, hey, we have this special sermon series that, we really feel like God could speak through the series into your life, gives them an extra reason why they might want to come back. Secondly, it's a lot less spiritual. Have a family fun Sunday, right? Especially if you're renting a bunch of like bounce houses and things. Typically, you could probably negotiate with those vendors to let you keep the bounce houses all the way through Sunday. And then you have a family fun Sunday and you just let the people that come to the event know, hey, this is a great time you're coming. We're actually also having a family fun Sunday just a couple of days from now. We would love to see you there as well. And so you could have bounce houses and serve food and face painting and all that. You probably already have all the stuff set up. Just instead of tearing it down Friday night, you just keep it up until Sunday. So those are just some different options there, having a family fun day. And then the follow-up strategy, this is where you actually follow up with those people and invite them to that comeback Sunday, right? So the day after the event, if you're having your fall festival on Friday, October 30th, Saturday, November 1st, I would divvy up all the people that showed up to the event, and maybe even people that registered but didn't show up to the event. Divvy up all those names, emails, and phone numbers to some people, volunteers in your church, and have them follow up with those people with their personal cell phones. Why personal cell phones? Because there's a higher chance of the people actually opening it and reading it and responding to it. Do not underestimate the power of the blue bubble, people. So have them follow up with people, and even it's just like, hey, thanks so much for coming to the fall festival, and just ask for prayer. Is there anything you need prayer for? And hopefully that starts a conversation and gives you an opportunity to invite them to Sunday's service. And then that's when you want to plug the new sermon series or some sort of comeback Sunday event, right? And then as well, sending a more formal email just to everyone in your database, everyone that registered, everyone, if you got an email, send them an email, let them know about your sermon series or comeback Sunday, whatever it might be. So that is a breakdown of the fall festival marketing plan. We've included the checklist for you as well to make sure you don't forget anything. You have everything you need. If you want to get this SOP document, you can go to churchcandy.com/fall festival, and we will send it over to you, and you can use this and let it bless your church. And I pray that you're able to reach a lot of people and get a ton of people to your church's fall festival. And without further ado, that's going to do it for today's video. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, leave me a comment if you have any questions, and I will see you in the next one.